Hi, when you think of rare items in Skyblock, a few things might come to mind. Maybe the Hyperion, worth billions of coins. Or maybe the Creative Mind or Dead Books of Love, which almost never come up for sale. But no, this video is about an item much rarer than those, and one with a much more interesting story. Today, I'm going to be talking about what happened to the shiny relics. Now, to very briefly explain what the shiny relic was, we need to go back, way back in time, to April of 2021. After Dante's defeat, a new structure appeared in the main hub, the Blood God Shrine, which required 7 relics to be found in order to summon the Ancient Pig, which when summoned would grant players many positive effects. However, the chances of dropping these relics were astronomically small, 1 in 20 million, which just makes it even more insane that 7 players were able to get something this rare. So, what happened to each of these relics, and how many survive to this day? The first relic was found by a player named Cartin7 on April 17th, 2021. Now when a shiny relic was discovered, it would broadcast a message to the whole server, saying who found it and what edition it was. However, as you can imagine, being a new player and suddenly receiving an ungodly amount of invites and messages can be quite overwhelming. This also could have been the reason why he decided to give it to his friend in November of 2021. Yippee! Who this friend was, it doesn't seem to be exactly known, but 4 months later it changed hands yet again to a player named Leo Vardo, who had somehow obtained it and allegedly kept it on display on his island for the next few months. It next appears in the inventory of a player named Nissa, or at least I think that's how you say that name. Either way, it stays with them for the next few months. It next appears in June of 2023 with a player named...
Filigojo1.
With Filigojo1. However, after this point, there are no other newer sightings of this relic again. There is a possibility, however, that it was traded to someone else, perhaps another alt account, although seeing how many of the other accounts' profiles no longer exist, it doesn't look very good for this relic. As it is today, Relic 1 is considered lost.
Hamburger.
Relic number 2 was found by a player named Nietzsche149, and was also found by accident. He was also spammed many times by people wanting to buy this relic, and eventually sold it to a player by the name of T-Bot. And this won't be the last time he'll be mentioned. T-Bot allegedly paid 100 million coins and kept it until May 2021, at which point he was banned from Hypixel and his profile was wiped, bringing an unfortunate end to this relic.
Hey yo, the pizza here!
Relic number 3 has a very similar story to the last one. It was found by the Blood Angel, and was bought by T-Bot shortly after it was found. Like the last one, it was sadly wiped in May 2021. So far, the story of these relics have been quite sad. All 3 of the first relics are either missing or were deleted at some point. But now, some happier news is with... Relic 4 is one of only 2 relics to have survived all the way to this day without being traded or lost. It was found by a player named JC Robertson on April 24th, 2021. It was actually originally running for the Potato Talisman. Like the other founders, he received many offers from people wanting to buy this relic, including T-Bot, who said some stuff that I won't talk about in this video, but yeah, it wasn't good. Anyway, he still has his relic, and now keeps it in his private museum to this day. This relic was found by a player named Jimishim on the 29th of April 2021. Shortly after, T-Bot borrowed the relic, then allegedly duped it before giving it back. Now because of this, it is unknown if this relic is the real one or a duped version by T-Bot. Today, it can still be seen in Jimishim's wardrobe, although it's most commonly thought that this is not the original relic.
Baba Booey.
Relic 6 and 7 both have a very similar story, so I'm just going to say them both here. They were found by Lizzie and Mr. Lopez respectively, and were once again both bought by T-Bot in May 2021, shortly before he was wiped and banned, and just like Relics 2 and 3, Relics 6 and 7 were gone. Currently there are only 2 shiny relics that are known to still be around, making these 2 one of the rarest items obtainable by players in Skyblock, and who knows where else they might go in the future. But for now, thank you for watching, peace and love.